After Apple Picking is a very curious poem by Robert Frost. It was first published in Frost's second volume of poems in North of Boston in 1914. It was written in England and first it was subtitled as After the Fall. This is very much curious because Multilayer is working on the poem as the poem goes on through biblical elements, state of human mind, spirituality by facing a normal pastoral life. In the poem, the speaker can be identified as a farmer who has a garden and has made a good harvest through his own effort over a long time. The poem goes on by describing an actual state of affairs in a farm till the end of the day of a harvesting season and how his sleep is being affected for the exhausting work. Frost composed this poem by infusing a sense of madness and fashioned it with a new lyric mode. Here, Frost dramatizes nature by giving it an essence and meaning of its own. Like many Frost and Sparkles, this particular poem too can be read and appreciated in more levels than one. Apart from the apparent meaning, the poem can be read as an unique spiritual and intensely personal experiences where the apple is the symbol of knowledge. Moreover, the poem, in keeping with Frost's characteristic style, effectively portrays a continuous clash between action and awareness, inhibiting man from arriving at any sustaining conclusion. Throughout the process of life, Frost tries to explore that it is very important to endure in order to survive. The title, After Apple Picking, illustrates the story of a man who is looking back on his life, represented by apple picking, and of his regret for an accomplishment desired, and the man only wishes that he could do more, hoping it would giving meaning to his life. Robert Frost uses tone, rhythm, and diction and figurative languages to develop the theme of life's desire and significance in existence. So let's get into the poem. The poem is written in the first person and opens in a very hopeless way by using still, which mainly indicates that the poet has been working for a long. As the poem starts, my long two-pointed ladder sticking through a tree towards heaven still, and there's a barrel that I didn't fill beside it, and there may be two or three apples I didn't pick upon some bough. Introductorily, the poem describes a farm where the apple picker who has stuck his two-pointed ladder through upward or to the heaven by supporting a tree. There is a barrel that has not been filled up. Even there are two or three apples which are hanging upon some bough, still have not been picked up. But the line, I am done with apple picking now, truly portrays that the speaker is now completely tired with this. And then, essence of winter sleep is on the night, the scent of apples I am drowsing off. He also feels sleepy as the winter is well on and the scent of apples is being felt as nectar and he is drowsing off with this. In the next part, all the objects of nature appear strange to his sight, which he also don't want to rub, and nevertheless he want to watch the world with the strangeness, and writes, I cannot rub the strangeness from my sight I got from looking through a pane of glass. I skimmed this morning from the drinking through and held against the world of hoary crash. Here he is comparing his disposition of the situation with a drunk person, as everything have become blurred to him and everything is appearing strange to him. In the job of apple picking, he fell into a trance and started dreaming. But I was well upon my way to sleep before it fell. He's trying to remember his old days when his harvest was not good, then he could sleep with a happy sleep because he had not a lot of works, but now for having a great harvest he have to be doing a lot of work, and this type of working making him exhausted. And he goes on by, and I could tell what from my dreaming was about to take. Magnified apples appear and disappear, stem end and blossom end, and every flake of russet showing clear. He is comparing his state with his previous time. Now, being exhausted, he cannot sleep now, but then he used to dream. He is not sure what kind of dream he saw, but he knows at least one thing, that big apples appeared and disappeared in a huge quantity. The poem goes on, my instep arch not only keeps the egg, it keeps the pressure of a ladder round. I feel the ladder sway as a bow's bend. Now, due to overwork, a little pain is being felt on his instep arch, and even he is thinking the ladder is feeling the pain too. And then he wrote, and I keep hearing from the cellar bin the rumbling sound of load on load of apples coming in. For I have had too much of apple picking. I am overtired of the great harvest I myself desired. After describing the delight of the eyes, he describes the delight of the ears. He tells that from the cellar bin he keeps hearing the rumbling sound of load on load of apples coming in. He did wish the harvest of apples should be bumper, and when his wish is fulfilled, he feels that he is exhausted due to his overwork. And then he goes on, there were 10,000 fruit to touch, cherished in hand, lift down, and not let fall, for all that struck the earth, no matter if not burnished or skipped with supple, went surely to the cider apple heap as of no worth. There are thousand apples before him, and it is very difficult for him to arrange of all them fall down, or they will be spoiled and worthless. The apple picker thinks that the thing that will trouble in his sleep, one can see that will trouble this sleep of mine, whatever sleep it is. Were he not gone, the woodchuck could say whether it's like his long sleep, as I describe its coming on, or just some human sleep. This part directly attacks the state of human mind, as in one season his harvest was not good and his barrel was only half full. But the fruits which he did fill up his barrel were neither destroyed, they go to the cider press. But in this season the poet relishes his winter sleep, a sleep that reminds him a happy dreams where the fruit of his harvest look bigger, and he feels that he is overtired only by thinking a lot of work. As have been told before, the biblical elements merge into the poem by giving primary importance to the exertion of cultivation. The apple is the fruit of knowledge which made Adam and Eve aware of the death and time. The ladder is Jacob's ladder. There is an immense sense of failure in. Also, the apple stands for the metaphor of opportunities, and fallen apples are synonymous with failure. Finally, the sleep itself attains a dignity because the poet's expectations have changed with age. He mentions of the hibernation or the woodchuck and contrasts this with human sleep. The language that has used in the poem is fresh and idiomatic, but it has a specific tones to establish and differentiate the reality and the dream world of the poet's mind. The symbol in the poem reinforces the theme and imparts a richness to it. The ladder, the half-empty barrel, the apples, and the hoary grass, all are symbols which try to talk of cognition and points out the poet's reaction to mutability. This type of natural lyric is very much inspiring, and it is also full of meaning. Critics like Mahan also admires this type of form. The magical paradox of fine verse is that it marries fixed measure with fluid idiomatic speech, which proves Frost's technical brilliance. That this is the evident in this poem, where the form, rhythm, and the meter all corresponds to enhance the depth. If you have any question about this poem, then please write on the comment, and to get a full-length summary or critical analysis, please visit to our website. Link is given in the description. Also, you can contact us on Instagram and follow on our Facebook page. Thank you.